What's up? Another one of these rare updates. So I've managed to get a couple of jobs done. Started to just dry build stuff really, get the engine box back in, got the front end on obviously. So now I can actually get on and get these anti-roll bar mounts sorted out, which will be somewhere, there's a bit of tube, just a bit of tube, drop down with a plate on the bottom. Should be more than substantial enough, considering the original design on the MX-5 is just a bent bit of tin. And then this manifold is actually from this car when it was four-wheel drive with the Suzuki Swift engine and Subaru Justy running gear. And the port spacing is almost bang on. So really, I could use this manifold and it puts the turbo pretty much exactly where I want it. The wastegate may want a little bit of a tweak, although at that angle, a screamer pipe could come out and go straight down and miss where the downpipe comes out. You can kind of see that's the downpipe, the cone. So it goes from 2.5 inch up to 3 inch. There'll be a 3 inch V-band there, and then there'll be a V-band back underneath where it goes into the system. So when you remove the gearbox, you literally just whop the downpipe out if you need to. So shock mounts, anti-roll bar mounts, they're all little bits and bobs that I need to get on with. Some little mounts to hold this. I need to make some little supports to stop this happening. I've got tabs to weld on along here for the wings to bolt to. A lot of little jobs like that I can get on with and get done. I've been working on the wiper linkage and system. So I've got the motor mounted up quite nicely. Got a nice little bracket there. And this is just a temporary rod so I could get the length that I wanted. And I've just temporarily tacked this all together under here. So all of this needs to come back off and be finalised, welded up properly, and decent little rod making up for there. I can give you a little demo actually. It might clatter about a bit because there's no windscreen, but let's see what happens. Pretty decent. I might quickly see if we can get a different speed and make it quicker. Oh, that's alright. I thought something melted then, but it was just the crocodile clip coming off the battery. So I can't really just stop the video because I can't edit. I can press pause actually. Wait there. And we're back in the room. Come on, let's go and have another look. See if this is faster. Oh yes. I mean, I'm not sure if that's quick enough, but sweet. So yeah, that's that. What else have I been doing? Back end's all built up, all suspensions on. I can't roll the car because I'm on wood at the front down there to set the ride height roughly where I want it for when I do the shocks. Obviously I'll have to level it up and make sure it's pucker and bang on. I'm in an R now because I don't know if there's anything else that I've actually done. I've just got a message. I wonder who that's from. I'll have a look in a minute. Yeah, oil cooler, sandwich plate, which was for my RB25. I just got the correct fitting to go in the middle to hold it onto the block. And that seems to be pretty pucker. And then I've got an odd scenario here where somehow I managed to lose the male the same as this one, but it's 13/16 going into the body and then it's -10 coming out. And I haven't actually been able to find anything that's -10 and 13/16. So I need to do a bit more research, maybe re-measure the thread and make sure I'm not being a tosser. And then I've put the slave in down there so I can figure out the plumbing. I doubt I'm going to use this. I'd rather have like a -3 or something, so I can basically have a bulkhead fitting. So no pipes pass through, just like literally bulkhead fittings. That's the way I would like to do it. In fact, that's the way I'm going to do it. I mean, I could use that as a bulkhead fitting if I drilled a hole big enough for it to slide in and put the clip on the other side. That's an option. And I'm a bit of a dummy because I had a hole here, which is pretty much the right size, and I filled it up. Anyway, it is what it is. I think that's pretty much it. I really don't think I've achieved much else. I mean, that's a decent amount of work since the last update. It's going pretty quick now on certain bits. I've also brought up all the bits of exhaust and blah blah blah, and got my loom, and then I've got my ECU and all my bits and bobs in this box, so I can actually really start getting on with the dry build. And actually the dry build is going to consist of building it so it runs, and I would like to drive it around the yard before it gets painted. So that's the aim. However, I haven't really got a budget for this at the moment because it's Christmas and all that jazz, and I'm self-employed and it's coming up to tax. So I need intercoolers and radiators, and I need material for the door bars, and I just simply can't afford to buy anything like that at the moment. And I need materials so I can get on with arms and stuff for the rear upper arms and the front lower arms. But all of that stuff, it's just going to have to wait. And it's not too much of a biggie because I've got plenty of other stuff to get on with. So that'll be it. Oh, actually, what about this then? It's the Dolomite from early days of the channel, like beginning of the year, and I haven't touched it apart from stripping it, sold a few bits and bobs off of it. It's got no transmission in there. The plan with this is, because RDC decided to change the rules after I started building this and not allow me to use it anymore, I don't really have a use for this other than practice days, drift practice days, drag racing, sprinting, hill climbing and all that jazz. So the plan is to get this on the chassis jig and do the same with this as I've done with this, but making it eligible for drift championships, drift competitions. So it will run same engine, box, turbo, manifolds, wheels, arms, diff, as much as possible will be shared between the two cars. So then I only need one package of spares. So if I go drifting with this car or this car, I just pick up my spares and I can go off. And it also means I need less spares. I need one spare gearbox rather than having something different in this one and then needing two. So this is going to be a missile car. It's going to get, I'm not going to repair any rust. I'm going to paint it the same colour as my old Instant Gentleman S13 Super Missile, which was a cool grey colour. So this will be painted the same colour. It'll have the same wheels. It's got big arches to go on it, as you might have seen. And someone suggested that I take moulds of the arches for this and make them fit this. I will do a video, maybe over the weekend, where I offer up the over fenders and the arch kit onto this car and see how it looks and see if any of you guys want to give your opinion. Right then, this has ended up being a lot longer than I expected. I have serious verbal diarrhea. I'm really sorry, guys. And we will touch base in a couple of days.